Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brooke and I'm a mom of 5 living with my husband and children on a remote farm in central Canada. This channel is all about cash stuffing, budgeting, finances, all the things like that. And I started this channel to keep myself accountable in building new financial habits and not slipping back into old patterns. Today I have 2 things going on. First, I need to do a cash condensing in my envelopes because some of my envelopes are getting a little bit fuller than I'd like with small denominations, but also because I did not get to go into the bank today because it's Canada Day, bank holiday. So today I needed to pull my money out of the ATM. And the ATM only gives 20s, and so I need to break up some of those 20s to be able to spread my money around a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. So first a condensing and then a stuffing, and let's get to it. All right, my first envelope to condense is my kids' instrument maintenance envelope. So I'm going to switch out these 2 10s for a 20, and I'll put these aside. Let's put them here. What's the point of a cash tray if I'm just setting my money on the table? Okay, so that's instrument maintenance. That's been condensed. That's it for this binder. And as a reminder, we are on a farm, a very busy farm, and it's summertime. The windows are wide open, so you may hear any number of farm sounds, such as my rooster crowing. Whatever you get is what you get. Okay, let's condense vehicle maintenance. So there's 20. And there's 20. So we should have 70 on it. So we have 20, 40. Oops, I forgot to update my tracker. We have 75. I got to update that tracker. But yes, we still have the right amount. Okay, next is tractor maintenance. I'm going to swap these out for a 20. And then my hay equipment envelope. We're going to take that and swap that out for a 20. There we go. I have a fly that came in the door when my kids were coming and going, and it is just kind of pestering me and it's driving me nuts. You might see it on camera. I don't know. It's kind of just making the rounds here all around me, landing on my camera, landing on me, on my shoulder. It's driving me insane. All right, let's go to the next binder. And we're going to get back here to my husband's workshop envelope. So we'll switch that out for a 20. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. That one does have an up-to-date tracker. And then last but not least, we're going to condense the retirement envelope. I think I will leave the 5s because I don't need that many 5s to spread around, but I do need 10s. So I will take these 2 10s and swap them for a 20. And That will be good. All right. Okay, that's done. Let's get to our stuffing. There's a lot of hustle and bustle here today with my kids coming and going, my mom visiting. Please excuse any noise. And let's get into the stuffing here. Let's see how much we're working with. We have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 700, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So $740 today. And this is actually Friday's pay, but here we are on Tuesday, several days later, and I've been so busy that I have not had an opportunity to do anything. I am days late for getting groceries and everything. Oh, it's been crazy. But today, Tuesday, Canada Day, I finally have a moment to breathe. Okay, we're going to start with my wallet envelopes. These are my weekly spending. If you've been around on my channel, you know the drill. I have $5 left in my grocery envelope from last week, so I'm going to put that aside for later. Nothing left in the rest of them. So let's fill these bad boys and get ready for the rest of the week. Unfortunately, I've got all these 20s, which I don't like. I prefer hundreds and 50s because 20s make the envelopes fat. But we are going to do 350 for groceries this week. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, and 50. That is barely going to fit in my wallet once I add the other envelopes. But whatevs, you do what you do. Okay, gas is going to get 60, 20, 40, 60. That will get converted to US, and I will go across the border to fill up. The dogs, my dogs are going to get 90 today. 20, 40, 60, 80, and let's use some of these 5s. 90. Usually when I'm doing my cash planning for the week, I break down exactly how many denominations of, exactly how many of each denomination I would like to make things as efficient as possible. But yeah. Okay, feed store's not getting anything this week. I'm good for the feed store. Okay, so now we get into the longer term things, the binders. So to start with, the emergency fund is getting $10. So we have 100, 200, 300 in the bank. These are just placeholders. 20, 30, 40, 45. 345. And I must remember to update my tracker, which I often forget to do. Oh, goodness. Okay. It has been unusually hot here lately, and actually just a few days ago a tornado went through our area, which is very unusual for here, and it didn't hit us, thankfully. It was about 20 minutes away, but the weather was pretty wild. The kids spending money, they're not getting topped up this week. Okay, Next week, my daughter is going to horse camp, and we did pay part of it in advance to hold her spot, but the rest is payable when she arrives. So we need to put 100 in here. So I think I'm going to use up as many of these 5s as I can. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100. If I counted correctly, let me see. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. There we go. Okay, so that will be for horse camp. Use up some of those smaller bills on something I'll be paying in the very near future. And let's see how much we've got in here now. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 2, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 220. So that's almost what we need. So we should be good for horse camp next week. All right, and that's that for that binder. Now we're going to get into vehicles and farm. And let's go to vehicle maintenance. Even though I just condensed this one, we're going to add to it again. We're going to add $10. So now we have 20, 40, 50, 65. Okay, and then we're going to get into hay equipment. And this one is going to get 10. So now in the bank we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95. Wait a second, that does not seem quite right. I guess it is. I had 485. Oh, I put the wrong amount in. That's why I planned for 20, not 10. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 505. 505 for hay equipment. Coming along. It's starting to feel like I'm making progress with that one. Okay, and now that's it for vehicles and farm for this week. And now we're going to get into holidays and other such things. So we're going to put 20 in birthdays. We don't have any birthdays until the fall now. So most of our birthdays are one right after the other through the spring. Now I can breathe for a few minutes and don't need to worry about birthdays again till the fall. So there's 40 in birthdays now. Oh my goodness, my bills don't want to cooperate with me today. There we go. And I'm going to flip back here. Oops, too far to Christmas. I'm going to put 20 in Christmas. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 95 in Christmas. And with a large family, I need quite a lot more than that. But once summer is over and all the summer things, then I'll worry a bit more about that. And last but not least, I'm going to flip here to trips, and the last 60 is going to go in trips because next month we have a family reunion of sorts that we are going to drive to. So now in trips we have 20, 40, 60, and 80. And so I'll be dumping quite a bit more money into this envelope over the next few weeks in preparation for that trip. We'll be with our family for about a week. and it will be wonderful. Okay, that is that. Now, being that we just came up to the end of June, today being July 1st, I do need to do my end of the month coin count. So if you're new here, when I pay for groceries, gas, whatever in cash, I keep all my change in this jar. And then at the end of the month, I roll it up and I put it in savings at the bank. And I did not do this for May because I was going to see my sister while she had her baby. Oh, goodness, I forgot this 5 back here. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place here, but this 5 goes in my $5 savings challenge because I did not spend that from the last week, and so it's going to go in here. And I just need to grab my marker. Okay, so I made these challenges. There's a $5, a $10, and a $20, and it comes in a set of 3, and you can get it for free on my Ko-fi, which I will link down in the description. So let's add that 5 here. And now we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. That really adds up. So these are, all the 5s in here are just 5s that I've had left over after, like I said, after my weekly spending. The challenge to myself is to put them aside instead of just, oh, I've got $5 left, buy myself a little something like a snack or whatever. These are adding up. So that's what I do when I have bills left out of my weekly spending. Okay, now where was I? Coins. I was away in May, so this is an accumulation of May and June, the short time I was here in May, and then the time after I got back in June. So I'm going to roll these up, and these are going to go into the Hay Equipment Fund, the savings account. But I'm going to do this in another video so that you don't have to sit through it all if you are not interested in watching me count change. All right. Man, I feel like I've been super scattered today. Thank you for sticking with me through this video. Thanks for being here. Always appreciate your support, your comments, your likes, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.